back, everyone, for another episode of Wellness Wednesday. Today's focus is on working mindfully with rituals and intuition behind the chair. My name is Alejandra. I am the artistic director for Innersense Organic Beauty. I am a holistic hairstylist and the owner of a clean air salon. Today, I'm speaking with Tiffany Faircloth, who has been having a really deep connection with hair rituals as a whole. And I want to know more about that. Welcome, Tiffany.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's really a pleasure to be here. So I feel, I work in a clean air space as well, an organic salon. I work at Salon in Oakland and San Francisco, California. So I feel like that environment itself really serves the intention of ritual and what I do behind the chair and makes that easy to practice. The intent behind ritual is a practice. It's just that, right? It's being in touch with ourselves, and the essence of being human is evolution. It's growth. It's connection with self. And going into ritual really connects us with that and helps us dive deeper into it. And I think with the salon and working with clients, and a haircut itself is like, can get a little bit mundane sometimes, or like we're just like giving this service to people. So having a ritual based around it with a very clear intention gives us something to build and work towards, something that we do every day, and how we can make it better and more intentful and more enriched. I feel like we get a lot of shift, and especially right now during this time, there's so much turmoil, there's so much crisis, there's emotional events, there's all of these things happening that can really throw us off balance. And something that gets us back to alignment in what we're doing is being in ritual, right? It's sort of having this routine. It's having something that we can focus on and connect with ourselves and with our clients. And it can be something as simple as, I normally pull a card, like any kind of, whether it's like tarot or my moon deck or a different sort of connection, like a flower deck. I know you do that, Alejandra. So it's something to sort of have a greater essence of what we're working towards with our client. And we can incorporate anything into it to be a ritual, right? So understanding like what ritual is, and then you can make that anything that you want within your service.
Yeah, I love that. And, so it sort of reminds me of this idea of having your own ritual, right? Having your own practice, something that is sacred to you. And when something is sacred to you, when you are giving yourself that time to connect, and then you walk into work, your interactions after that are going to remain as sacred if truly you are creating those rituals for yourself. So what do you think about that? I mean, I feel like it always starts within, and it starts with us, and everything that we give is a reflection of our own connection with ourselves. And so how do you, or what rituals do you have at home or in your day-to-day life that help you stay connected to the idea of ritual, so that you can then provide that ritual with your clients and in that service?
I'm glad you brought that up. I think definitely we need to be whole within, right? If we're going to provide that for somebody else.
Right.
And I think, that's why it is a practice. Meditation, ritual, all of these things are ourselves developing what aligns with us and what can radiate out to do that. So I'm actually an initiated priestess. I've been doing this work for a really long time. So it's hard for me to narrow down what ritual is for me, but I also think that's a really good thing, because anything is ritual, right? Like I definitely have a practice at my altar every morning, and I don't try to keep necessarily too much of an order, or like I have to do all these. It's like I want to get all these things done, and kind of when they feel right. Like every morning doesn't look exactly the same, because I also think, you know, the pressure around that can be a lot. So
Absolutely.
it's having the top things that I'm sure that I want to incorporate and get to, and prayers that I say, deities that I work with,
Mhm.
blessings for myself, prayers for people around me, for my clients, like really setting that intention with myself in front of my altar before I go into the salon. Um, but everything, like brushing your hair, right? Like oiling our scalp, washing our face, all of these things, like making my tea. Like
Yeah.
I'm very like just intent. I think when we bring intent into what we're doing, it sort of automatically makes it a ritual, you know? So it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I have to like buy this book on rituals and like
No.
do this
No.
witchy thing, right? It's like
Right.
what do we have within us that is gonna radiate out to others?
Right. And it's a gift really that we're giving ourselves, because when we are being so mindful about our daily interactions with our life, right? Which is like you're saying, making your tea. I have in the mornings where I'm something that brings me great joy is breaking up my one stick of cinnamon into my hot boiling pan of
Mm.
water, and the essence that comes through, and adding my sweetness to it and adding my oat milk, and just having that moment with me and my warm beverage that makes me so happy. I feel like when we know and connect to little things that bring us joy, then we're gonna be finding that within our work. And so, as hairstylists, we are, we have this opportunity to connect with our clients, to hear what it is that they're dreaming of, what they're longing for, what they're challenged with. And you had mentioned that there isn't a specific way in which you center your ritual, or it's not a very, step one, step two, step three. And so possibly it's the same way with your clients, where you don't have a thing that you're starting every client with and ending with, but you're integrating the sense of ritual within, and that mindful approach within every service that you're having, which I love so
Yeah,
much.
exactly. There doesn't have to be a formula. There just has to be intent, you know, and everybody needs something a little bit different also. So that's
Right.
where your intuition comes to play, you know. So intuitive intent ritual can be
I love
anything
it.
that you make it.
It's so great because again, you're really saying the thing that we hear a lot, which is that it starts from within. It starts from within. And so care for yourself, love yourself, give yourself these moments to experience something a little more ritualistic with our, whether it's brushing our hair, massaging our scalp, creating an oil, applying it, smelling it, just using all of our senses to have a more profound experience with Mother Nature and those in it. So I love it.
Yeah.
I love
We're
it.
just getting started, but
I know. So I know you have so much more to share. I love following your feed. You post beautiful work. You're a hairdresser, seeming to me inspired by all of the beauty that is in our world. You draw upon a lot of femininity, um and I love what your message is, and I love what you stand behind, and I love what you share. Thank you so much for being that way, sharing your authenticity. I think that we can all grow together. And would you just tell everybody how they can stay connected with you?
definitely. And first, like, thank you for seeing me. Thank you. It's really special, and I love having the platform of that to be able to connect with you and other people. So yeah, my Instagram is Say Tiffany, CEST_Tiffany. And I'm also at Salon. I feel like a lot of people, especially with Innersense, we're also associated with Innersense. So you can find me through there.
Wonderful.
Shoot me a message, write a comment. Like, I love having one-on-one conversations with people and helping them get started, or find the essence of the way that they can start this journey. So I'm here for it. And hopefully maybe we'll get some more time in the future again.
I hope so. And thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy and sharing all of the beauty that you are sharing.
Yeah. One love.